Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Watch Talk DXB. And today we've got a story about buying our Rolexes. So this was an
Our first Rolexes.
our first Rolexes, very first Rolexes. Well, for me it was retail, but anyway,
Yeah, we'll get
they,
we'll, we'll get into
we'll get
that.
into that. I mean, I think that like anyone else who's going after a Rolex and when you see it and you have got the call. I got the call. It was a very heart-beating moment where it was actually a missed call for me. And I called back and I'm like, yes, hello, who is this? And then they said, this is Rolex and we've got a watch for you. And the amount of like not wanting to get too nervous or too excited, and I'm like, yes, oh yes, of course. And my heart is like, "Da, da, 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 da." Of course, of course. The Rolex. Which one was it again? I know it was
So,
the rhodium dial or the gray dial Datejust that I put my name for like 16 months or 15 months before.
were you calling them every day, or was it every? Was maybe not every day, but every other month?
No,
What
no,
kind, what kind
nothing
of
at all.
follow-ups did you
Nothing
do?
at all. I completely actually I threw it out of my head. I'm like, yeah, okay, I put my name. It happens,
Yeah,
it happens, it doesn't
right.
happen. I think I went to the shop maybe two or three times, but that was about it. And
Okay.
the person said, we can't hold it very long. If you want to buy it, then we'll let you. I said, okay, so let me. So I put the phone down and I called wife and I called you. There was then I put some pictures, I put some videos. I'm like, uh, eh,
Well, before that, while this was all happening, right? So a quick background, right? So I think it was a couple of days before that, I, and our common friend Umar, we were outside. I think we were having dinner, or basically, and then we had this conversation about like Rolex and their 80s predatory sort of nature of how they did transactions, right? And I think everybody was sort of on the same page that oh, Rolex 80 bad, you know basically having the customers to beg and buy their stuff out there. And then you got the call. So that's very
dude, I
interesting.
mean, that was well, everyone just angry when they can't get what they want, right? I mean, like a
Sure.
child throw a tantrum.
Absolutely.
So I I was
I
basically
mean,
upset with
it's basically we as customers and we as watch lovers and watch enthusiasts, right? So I mean, I think everybody can agree that like Rolex is at the pinnacle of the whole sort of watch pyramid. Maybe not in terms of the, let's say, the holy trinity of prestige, but in terms of, if anybody knows watches, they know Rolex, right? So every watch enthusiast will always try to get, and I think they should get at least one Rolex in their collection. Okay, anyway, so you got the call. What happened next?
got the call, went straight to the shop as fast as I could. Heart was still going 1,000 beats per second. And I went in and I bought it. And then I posted videos. Guys, what do you think? And I was in the house and
Exactly.
I was recording it. I was like, guys, what do you think? Should I buy it? I was
Yeah.
like,
I
and he
mean,
told me,
I
guys,
mean,
go for it.
obviously, yeah, exactly. Because I think what I was in my mind. So this is basically what happened in my mind. I was like, okay, I'm looking at these videos that you posted. I'm like, okay, well, that's nice. And when you said whatever the price was, basically at retail, now, at that time, I did not know that you had already done the deal, uh, and you said, well, this is the price for retail, and I was like, wow, how is he getting? I never registered that this was from the basically from the actual boutique. I was like, how is he getting this price from the from the secondary market, right? So it never basically popped. I mean, this is how big of a deal it was at that time
Yeah,
to get the call from the boutique, you know.
yeah, exactly. And then, of course, I mean, I know you for so long. This is, we were imagining this is Imad. Yeah.
And when and you know what though? I mean, obviously, first of all, and of course, like you said, that look, I actually bought this from the boutique, right? So it took me a few nanoseconds to like register that. So basically, that stimulus going in my spinal cord to my brain. I'm like, well, that's great, right? So then basically, I went to my wife and I'm like, well, Naseem got the call, And now she's looking at me all like incredulous, and she's like, oh, that's amazing. And I'm like, is it? And then over the next few days or weeks, basically, I remember hunting down gray market dealers like I've never done in my life, right? And now this is so I think if I look at it from a serious perspective, that this is sort of an I would say the motivation which I had in me to find somebody that would sell me a Rolex, right? Really goes on to Rolex's brand, the power of their brand for watch lovers, right? Now, of course, I have to say I'm a bit instinctive when it comes to these sort of things as well. So, anyways, basically found somebody in Dubai, right? And I was able to find a very nice Rolex Wimbledon
Yep,
on the Oyster bracelet. And I think it was it was in December because then we all met together
that's right.
at a common dinner, and then I just basically showed it. So within a span of a few, I guess,
No, no, you
weeks
didn't
or
show it.
something,
No, no, you
both of
didn't show
us.
it. You were at the dinner table and we were
Oh yeah, that's
chit-chatting.
right.
We were chatting, I'm next to you, and you casually just
Uh,
brought out your wrist, just right onto the table, casually, right? And then I'm looking at it like a
Very
Wimbledon,
casual.
and I shouted in surprise so hard that the waiter jumped out of his pants.
Oh my God. Figuratively, obviously. I mean, the pants were still there.
Pants were still on, pants were still
But
on.
yeah. So no, I mean, so basically, this is I think it's a really fun story of how we got our Rolexes, and yeah, really it's a big testament to the brand itself. Now, of course, I think
It's
people have
number
spent
one in
hours and
marketing, in
hours,
brand recognition. Ask any
everything.
other person, and the first watch that comes to their mind is Rolex.
Oh, one thing, Naseem, which I forgot to ask you, because I think a lot of people like watching this probably would be thinking that, okay, when you got the call, did you have a purchase history with the AD over there, or was it the
No,
first
that
time?
was my first watch ever with the authorized dealer.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, because we know that, and again, because this is such a big, wide world, some of the ADs, they have a different policy when it comes to maybe
Yeah,
some of them like require a purchase history. Some of them, if they don't require you having a purchase history, they're probably going to try and push you towards some of the precious metal models, which
they
may
do.
not sell
They
as
do.
much
They
as
push you
the
to the
as the
gold,
stainless
white
steel.
gold, yeah, rose gold
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
watches. And it's everywhere.
Okay,
It's all the ADs. And I've been to multiple ADs for Rolex.
right.
And as soon as they know that you're not a resident, you don't live there, they're like, sorry, I can't sell it to you. Or they'll
Yeah.
make, they're like, I'm sorry, I cannot help you, kind of thing.
So, I mean, I guess in conclusion, for the people watching this video, right? I think a good takeaway from here is that go find an AD nice, basically, and then go put down your name because, of course, people do get the call, right? And like Naseem said, he did not have purchase history there as well, right? So, and again, it's probably okay for you to call them maybe a few times every month or every other month just to kind of have a follow up. But yeah, and when Nassim got his rhodium dial, I think it was at the peak of the pricing, if I remember correctly, 2022, I think, or three. I mean, I
21
can't
or
remember
22,
now.
yeah.
Maybe three, 2022. Yeah, exactly. So, things are getting better. Of course, now the supply seems to be a bit better. So don't lose hope, right? Keep on struggling. Or if you're like me and cannot wait, then just go find a reputable secondary market grade dealer and then get your watch.
That's how it is. And good luck hunting. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe to our videos, and keep on ticking. Till next time. Bye bye.
Yeah.